Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Tony Shen. I'm back with another FL Studio stock plugin tutorial. This is basically a series where I make beats only using stock plugins or other easily accessible sounds. Speaking of easily accessible sounds, I got a new drum kit coming out for the new year 2021. We staying blessed. Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 3 along with all of my other drum kits are free for you guys to download. We're actually going to use Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 3 today because we're making a Pop Smoke type beat. So I actually have specifically made drums just for drill beats because I feel like my other kits can't really make great drill sounds using the 808s that I had. So Slap Pack Volume 3 is going to be like my most expansive 808 percussion and other sounds, and it's all free for you guys to download. It's in the link in the description. All I ask in return is for you to hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and comment what you guys want me to do on my next video. With that being said, we're gonna jump straight into it. First, I got some sounds selected already. First sound we're gonna pull up is from the Flex VST. If you right click on your channel, you should be able to find it. It's like right here. And once you selected it, I selected the sound. I selected the sound already. It's from the Essential Strings installed pack. It's free for you guys to download. All you have to do is like find it somewhere here, hit the download button, and you'll have the sound that I'm using exactly. I'm gonna use viola staccato. This is what it sounds like. Kind of dark, like with New York drill, it's more dark, sinister sounding. They use a lot of like orchestral elements, so we're gonna play that. But first, let's set the tempo, right? So with most New York drill or like Pop Smoke, he likes to lay around like 140 to like, I'd say fast as like 155, somewhere in that range, right? So we're gonna go with like 144 because I feel like that's a comfortable range for most artists to hop on. So let's make our melody. So let's just go to viola staccato, which is the name of the preset. Let's start drawing our melody. Control B or Command B to like just duplicate it. A little shortcut. Let's copy this. I like this melody, but we're gonna add a little stuff to it in terms of effects. So let's route this to our mixer. All you have to do is Control L or Command L if you're on Mac. We can add some effects. First, I want to add some delay. We're gonna use Fruity Delay 3. If you don't have Fruity Delay 3 for some reason, if you're on an older version of FL Studio, don't worry. Fruity Delay 2 works just as well. You can apply the same concepts to it. So the feedback level is just how much of it feeds back into the delay, right? So first I want to just mess with the wet knob a little bit. That's just how much of like the delay is mixed in with the actual dry sound. And then we're gonna set this to a ping pong delay. So it kind of sounds a little bit more, less like just pure orchestral, but like it has a little bit more of that like environment to it, right? Has a little bit more space. And let's add a fruity EQ just to cut out the bass frequencies a little bit because we don't want it to clash with the bass once we start messing with that. Up next, let's add a choir. This is gonna sit a little bit higher. Right, so if you look at our frequencies here, I can cut that down just a little bit. The choir is gonna sit a little bit around this region. It's gonna sit a little higher. So we're gonna play it at a higher range. So So with the choir, it's just the citrus. I think every version of FL Studio should have it. It's located right here. It's just citrus. And I'm just selecting a choir preset. So just right click here. And then I found like a choir sound. It's in synth string. It's a choir. I should try some other choirs. This is just a regular choir. This is choir 2. This is choir 3. I like choir 2 actually. That has a little bit more character to the sound. So yeah, let's go to choir 2, stack that layer on top of that. So boom. Just mess around with the second half of the melody, right? Just to add a little bit of variation so it doesn't sound too repetitive. Control L. Turn the input gain down a little bit just because it's coming in a little hot right now. It might mess with the effects just because the input is a little too high. Next, I want to just widen this up a little bit with just the subtle reverb. It already sounds kind of big, the choir, it's the sound itself, so we don't need to add too much reverb. We don't need to drench it, but just a little bit of sizing help, like playing with the size makes it sound just a little bit wider. It makes it sound more roomy. Bring the levels down a little bit. Last thing, maybe a bell that comes in every now and then, right? We don't need to be too complicated with the melody just because, I mean, it's drill, right? It's like the bars is everything, right? You want to listen to the bars and the beat. I mean, yeah, the beat's hard, but you don't need like 8 different counter melodies for it. You know, you want to keep it simple. So just pull up a GMS or find a bell somewhere. GMS, I'm sticking with plugins that, you know, it's mostly like GMS is like the plugin that literally like every FL Studio user has, right? So just find a nice bell sound. Okay, so keys 3, it's like a nice delayed bell / key type sound. Just very easy, right? Boom, boom. We literally made this beat with like 3 notes. There's like 3 notes in all of our melodies combined, probably. I think the delay is a little bit too harsh, so we might want to change the sound a little bit. Okay, so I like this sound. It's kind of like a plucky, synthy plug type sound. It's just called Dreamer TE. Let's route this to the mixer. I just want to make it sound a little bit darker, so we're gonna filter it out a little bit. Cut out some of the hi-hats just to not make it sound as sharp, right? And then just add some reverb, just to give it more space. And now we have all of our melodies for our drill beat. Now the fun part, the drums. Drill drums, like most of my drum patterns here are kind of like trappy drums. With drill, it's a little bit different, and like the bounce is kind of different, right? It kind of feels syncopated and like a little bit off time a little bit. So first let's find a snare. I'm really excited because I'll be previewing Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 3 for the first time, and honestly, like these are like some of the sounds I'm gonna use for a really long time because I'm really proud of this kit. Like I'm gonna use the Ligma snare. To kind of give you an idea of the groove, I'm just gonna record it in. I'm gonna turn the metronome on just to, you know, keep a consistent tempo, and then I'm gonna record it in. Kind of like that, right? And we can duplicate this. Just first, I'm just gonna control Q to quantize it to the grid, and then I'm just gonna duplicate this, and then maybe add like another snare here. So as you can tell, the snare kind of like feels a little bit offbeat sometimes, right? It's not just like very consistent and easy to groove along to like most trap beats. So that's like kind of the groove we're going for with drill. And then here we can even do like a double, right? And up next, let's work on the closed hats. The drill tip hat is made specifically for drill. And like I said, we're gonna be working with a little bit more syncopated rhythms. So it's gonna be like bump, 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 something like that, right? And then here we can lower the velocity just to give it like a little stutter, right? And then here we can do like a roll. So let's go to 4 quarter step, highlight it, and then just control U to articulate it. And then we can even bring down the velocity here by right clicking here, just lowering the velocity curve like that. Sounds pretty cool, huh? And you can just, you know, copy this. This can just be like a regular hat. And you can copy this. Up next, let's use the open hat just on the 1. You use the mash open hat. And it's gonna sit on the 1. And just copy that here. And up next, we're just gonna add one more perk just to sum it all up. I'm gonna use this metal perk. Now the fun part, the 808. Woo! I'm so excited to preview the 808s because we got some of my hard. I'm talking like the hardest 808s I've ever made. Woo! Woo! Okay, so we're gonna use the Drill's 808 because I made this specifically for drill. First step is to tune it. So Command E or Control E if you're on Mac or on Windows. Control is Windows. Hit the flag button. Oh, this already has like the tuning thing for you. So as you can tell, this is tuned to C. So you don't need to do anything because by default, FL Studio sets your root note to C anyways. But if that's at like E or D or something, you just right click on whatever the note that flag thing said. So we're fine now. Everything's tuned. The root note is correctly set. Up next, let's just do the envelope so that you have more control over the release of the sound and it doesn't leak into the next note when you play it. And now let's just come up with a drill 808 pattern. So something like that, right? I'm not the best singer. So the thing with drill is you want a lot of like crazy slides, right? How you can do slides. We don't do slides on 808s that often in my tutorials, but I'm gonna teach you how to do it. It's really easy. So first, you just want to think of like what note you want to slide to and what note you want to slide from. So I just want to slide from the original note we had here, and then boom, boom. So maybe I want to slide from G to E, C, right? Boom. So from here to here. All you have to do is double click on the note you want to slide to. So this is like your target note that you want to slide to, right? And then just hit this button right here, accept, and then shorten the note a little bit, and that'll get you the sliding effect. See that slides a little quickly, so maybe you want a longer slide. Yeah, like that. And then boom, boom, boom. Maybe boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So, and then another slide from G sharp to C. So just double click here, hit this button right here, and then remember, you always want to set the slide to the note you want to slide to. So not the note you slide from, but the note you slide to. So your target note. So maybe make it a little slower. Alright, and then maybe another. Boom. Boom. So maybe I want to slide just from G. I just want to target like a G here. Maybe, right? So boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Okay, that's 808. Ooh. Yo, these 808s, I'm like so proud of them. And the kicks too. This right here, I made it just for drill. Just for the occasion. I'm busting it right out. So with the kick, if you see in my other tutorials, I like to just, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to the kick. Most of the time I just double the 808 and just follow the exact same pattern as the 808. But here you can get a little bit more creative. You can add a little bit more swag to it with the kick, right? It's like boom. Boom, boom. You can tell it's a little bit more staggered. They're not exactly the same. Next step is just to, actually let me just mix all the drums real quick, just add all of it to the mixer, just to see if there's any levels I want to fix. All these drums are mixed for you already, so I did all like the compression, all like the saturation, all the stuff like that, so you don't really have to tweak, you don't really have to add effects unless you want to. It's completely up to you, but right now I'm just gonna see if the levels are okay. So I'm gonna turn the hi-hat down just a little bit, the open hat. Yeah, and the 808s it's a little loud. So. Now let's arrange. That's the last step. Just right click here, split by channel, and then you can just, if you're on FL Studio 12, it's really easy. Just drag all of these here, and then start with our melody. Let's start with the hi-hat. Just arrange it really quickly, you know. You don't have to, it's really simple, right? Just keep it simple, right? Don't do like crazy, you know, like just keep it simple. And that's the whole beat. All right, that's the whole beat. If you guys found this video to be informative, if you guys learned something from it, if you guys like the beat that came out, if you guys like the drum kit, if you guys download the drum kit, please show some support on this channel. I love seeing this channel grow, so thank you guys so much for all the love you've been giving me, all the comments. It really means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, I'm gonna preview the beat for you guys. Maybe if I'm really feeling it, I'll start spitting somewhere in the middle, you know, just if I'm feeling it. But just FYI, I'm really bad at rapping, so if I do end up spitting, then it's a very special surprise for you guys. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just, maybe, man, I don't know. I don't like rapping. I'm not good, but maybe if I'm just really feeling it, because I'm really proud of this beat. I'm really proud of the way it turned out. So press play, and thank you guys so much. Yo, ayy, rest in peace to Pac, ayy. I like money walk, ayy. I got money talk, ayy. I cook rice from wok, ayy. I got walk, 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 rest in peace to Pop, ayy. I really like his music, ooh. I be all producing, ooh. I got beats for days. I got money, ayy. Just kidding, ooh, yeah. If you wanna donate, there's my Patreon. I got all this cash in my pocket when I go back to the store. I just went to Dollar Tree and I just caught me some s'mores. I just went to the factory and got some chocolate. I just wanna get money more, cause I can't. I'm done. I'm trying, guys, I'm trying. The attempt is what matters. Alright, I'm gonna go back in. Yeah. I got friends in New York, ooh, yeah. From the port, ayy. I'm from the north, ayy. Air support, ayy. I fly in planes, ooh, yeah. They no pain, ooh, yeah. I got money, dude. I don't know why I keep coming back to that. That's like my go-to, like, phrase to say when I'm stuck. Hopefully I get better at rapping and I'll let you guys progressively see me get better and better. But I'm just gonna play the rest of the beat. Alright, thank you guys.